Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Finance with Averin. In this video, I want to tell you about an awesome promo going on with Capital One. They're offering a $250 sign-up bonus with their 360 checking account. Now, Capital one of the largest banks in the United States based on total assets, in the top 10, currently at about number 9 right there on that list as you see it up on the screen. And this account is FDIC insured up to that standard amount of $250,000. And if you don't mind, please like the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these videos and other types of money making videos to help make your money work harder and smarter for you. Let's get into more information about this bonus right here, starting with eligibility. Eligibility, one of the main requirements for eligibility is that you cannot have had a Capital One 360 checking, simply checking, or total control checking account as a primary or secondary account holder open on or after January 1st, 2022. So you will be ineligible for this bonus if you had any of those accounts open as either the primary or the secondary account holder on those accounts on January 1st, 2022 or after. So if you had one of those accounts, but you closed it out before January 1st, 2022, then you're fine with that part of eligibility, even if you opened it before that date. But if you closed it after that date, then you would not be eligible. Also, with eligibility, this kind of goes into step number 3, which I'll repeat it in that step just in case if somebody skipped this part and they just went straight to the steps. Now, if this new 360 checking account with Capital One of yours is in default, closed, or suspended, or in not good standing before you receive the bonus, you will not receive the bonus, they're stating. So you definitely want to make sure you keep this account in good standing. You know, don't do anything, of course, fraudulent and anything like that. We definitely don't promote anything like that on my channel. Just keep the account open in good standing, and there's no minimum balance required to obtain this $250 sign-up bonus. And also with eligibility, there's going to be standard things that you're going to need. Just like if you're opening up really any kind of financial account with a financial institution or a bank, you're going to need to provide them your name, address, social security number, and typically have some kind of form of ID, whether that be a state ID, driver's license, passport, some kind of identification with your picture on it and your information so it matches up who you say you are, because they're going to want to verify that you are who you say you are, basically. And those are some of the things they're going to ask throughout the application process and things they may require to actually be seen. So you want to make sure you have some form of ID and be able to provide, your name, address, date of birth, social security number, things like that. Part of signing up was step number 1, but also in regards to eligibility as well. And there's no kind of state restrictions or exclusions that I've seen with this sign-up bonus. Capital One is mainly an online bank. They do have the little Capital One cafes here and there across the United States. Not a ton of them, not in like every state or anything like that, but they do have a physical presence here and there. However, I have not seen any information that states that you must live in a certain state to obtain this bonus. So yes, that is it with eligibility. Now let's move on to the steps to obtain this bonus, starting with step number 1. Step number 1 is going to be opening this 360 checking account with the promo code checking250. So you see the promo code right there highlighted on the screen, CHECKING250. That is the promo code checking250. And if you open up this account online through this promotion page, it's going to be embedded in the application process. And I'll show you that here. So once you click on the links to open up the account online through this promotion page, you'll see right there at the top, as you see it right now on the screen, the promo code checking250 is active. So it's already going to be in the application right there if you open the account through the promotional website for this bonus. And I have a link to this sign up bonus with Capital One on the description of this video. Not a referral link from me. I don't get anything for that. If you click on that and open the account, I'm not sponsored by Capital One, anything like that. But that would be a quick way for you to get to this page. Or you can Google Capital One $250 bonus, Capital One 360 checking bonus, and likely find a link that will land you on this promotional page for this bonus. And with this bonus right now, currently there's no expiration date with this. However, it states that you must open that 360 checking account on or after August 22nd, 2024. With that promo code checking250. Currently, they don't have a use by or expiration date for this bonus. So there's no sign up by this specific date as of now to obtain this bonus. Now they could cancel this bonus at any moment, of course, with no expiration date, or they can put an expiration date on there and just extend it out further if they want to. I've seen some banks and financial institutions, they'll have an expiration date, but then they may extend it out further. Sometimes they change other things with the bonus, like the direct deposit requirement or the amount of days to have the account open, different things like that. Right now, with the Capital One bonus, step number one, simply opening up that 360 checking account on or after August 22nd, 2024, using that promo code checking250. And easiest way to do that is, of course, going to be opening it online. If you're at one of those cafe locations with Capital One, you can open it in person. Just make sure you mention that promo code checking250. And there's no monthly maintenance fee with this Capital One 360 checking account, so you don't have to think about ways to avoid that or anything like that. All right, and step number two is going to be in regards of having direct deposits. You're going to need to set up and receive at least 2 direct deposits, each of $500 or more, within 75 days of account opening. And I'm going to tell you about which kind of direct deposits will be qualifying direct deposits for this bonus here in a moment. But first, of course, you want to make sure you have at least 2 different direct deposits, and each one of them has to be at least $500 or more. So not cumulative, both of them equaling $500 or both of them equaling more than $500. Well, they definitely should do that. But each one has to be minimum $500. So basically, you're going to need to direct deposit at least $1,000 in this new 360 checking account to receive this bonus. But you want to split that into 2 different direct deposits of at least $500 each, and make sure they are within 75 days of account opening. And now let me tell you about what are eligible direct deposits. So a qualifying eligible direct deposit for this bonus is going to be a regular periodic payment such as salary, pension, government payments, for example, Social Security, or other monthly income that occurs as an automated clearinghouse, ACH, or real-time payment network credit from your employer or an outside entity. So basically, a lot of people are going to get this bonus by having the direct deposit via their employer. So that's a simple way to do it. And of course, like most employers, you can set it up where you have a certain amount of your check going into different accounts. You can do a percentage amount or a certain dollar amount. So you don't have to deposit your whole check into this new 360 Capital One checking account. It could be part of it, but you definitely want to make sure it's at least $500 for each direct deposit. So it doesn't matter if you get paid monthly, every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks, whatever it is, just have it broken down to at least 2 different direct deposits of $500 each going into this new account. Now, once that money is direct deposited in this account and settles, you can transfer that money back out of this account to an external bank account that you already have been using or elsewhere, however you want to do that. You don't have to let the money just sit in the account. There's no minimum balance that has to be maintained for this bonus. Now, the things that you can do with this account but are not qualifying direct deposits are wire transfers, ACH credits, and funds transferred initiated using Capital One's website or mobile app. All of those are not considered qualifying direct deposits. So that's step number 2 right there. Pretty simple and to the point with the direct deposits. Now let's move on to step number 3. Step number 3, as you see it right there, bonus time. That's right. Step number 3 is receiving that $250. Now that $250 sign up bonus is going to be deposited into your new account after you complete those steps of step 1 and step 2. However, there is a specific kind of date range when you're going to receive this bonus. So you have 75 days to complete the requirements of step number 1 and step 2. So after 75 days from account opening, your status to receive this bonus is going to be assessed and processed by Capital One, which they say can take up to 60 days. So that means if all the requirements are met, you can expect to receive your bonus deposited into your Capital One 360 checking account within 135 days from account opening. And of course, to receive this bonus, that 360 checking account has to be open and in good standing at the time that the bonus will be deposited. So just definitely keep the account open, keep it in good standing. I would say keep, at least a positive balance on it or a zero balance. Definitely don't have a negative balance on this account. You don't want it in any kind of negative or bad standing. At least a zero balance or a positive balance. Now, there's no minimum balance that has to be maintained to receive this bonus, but you do want to make sure you have the account open and in good standing. With me, typically when receiving these bonuses from these different banks and financial institutions, once I meet the requirements of either the direct deposit or the keeping the account open for a certain amount of days, I typically have been receiving my bonuses within like a week or two at the most. And also, when it comes to bonuses, I also need to mention taxes. So for this bonus with Capital One of $250, that bonus will be reported on IRS Form 1099-INT to the IRS and your state revenue authority if required. So just to keep this in mind, if you've done bonuses before, you're familiar with this process, do you know what to do? If you do your taxes yourself, you're going to get that Form 1099-INT in the mail from Capital One next year. So if you do this bonus this year in 2025 and receive the bonus in 2025, then the first part of 2026, January or February, you'll get this Form 1099 in the mail from Capital One. However, another example, if you start this promotion later on in 2025, if it's still going on and you don't receive the actual $250 in your account until 2026, well, then you won't be reporting it on your 2025 taxes. You will be reporting it on your 2026 taxes. So you'll wait until 2027 until you get that form in the mail to file that on your taxes in regards to this bonus. So it depends on when that cash bonus hits your account. Is going to be depending on which year it's going to be getting taxed in. Now, if you get some kind of a tax professional, someone else or company to do your taxes for you, then you just want to make sure you bring this form from Capital One with you to the person doing your taxes, just like the other documents you're normally going to bring with you, your W-2 and anything else you would bring to get your taxes done. All right, so there you have it, folks. That is it with my video on the Capital One 360 checking $250 bonus. Let me know in the comments if you're planning on taking advantage of this offer, or if you already have or have any kind of experience or concerns or comments about Capital One or the 360 checking account. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Take care.